Welcome back to my channel. Mariah DeVita here, and in today's video, this is actually technically a part 4 to my Huda Beauty Revisited series that I did a couple months ago. I believe it was like back in October that I did that series where I revisited my top foundation, which sadly this formulation is now discontinued, which makes sense why it was on sale. Of course, I had to get my hands on the new Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. So it's still a full coverage liquid foundation, but the formula is a little bit different. There's no fragrance. It's fragrance free. This one is fragranced. To be honest, a lot of people didn't like the fragrance in this foundation, and they didn't like how matte it was. I didn't care about the fragrance. It didn't bother me. But I loved the finish of the foundation. I like the formulation of this foundation personally. So for this one, a lot of people you know, basically complained and was like, get rid of the fragrance, change the formula, let it be a little bit more luminous and hydrating, but still matte. So I'm going to actually test this out, and I'm actually going to do a wear test. It is currently about 11 o'clock a.m. So I'm going to try and wear this for the full day today, and then give my thoughts on how it wears on my skin. I have combination oily skin, so it will definitely be interesting to try out. I'm also going to be trying another new product with this too, which is the Pore Professional Super Setter. It's a long-lasting makeup setting spray. I want to try this with it too. So we're going to give both of these joints a try today. So the shade that I got in the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation is Gingerbread, because I knew that chocolate mousse, there was just no point in me getting another bottle of chocolate mousse in this when I have chocolate mousse in this. And if I feel like I need to mix the two, I'll just mix it with the old formula and the new formula, to be honest, because like I said, when I mix the old formulas, gingerbread and chocolate mousse together, they match perfectly. So this could be like the middle guy where I mix it with either or, but I have a feeling that this is going to be completely fine on its own. So let's read about the claims. I'm just going to read the side of the box. It says that it's life-proof, non-comedogenic, flawless filter finish, waterproof, super long wear, 24 hours, transfer-proof, fade-proof, sweat-proof, humidity-proof. I know from other videos that I've watched, it also claims to be Dubai proof. So meaning like it's going to, obviously that's where the humidity proof comes in. So it's not humid here. It's actually raining today in the GTA. And I probably won't end up going outside. But I just want to see how it wears on my skin personally, how it sets in, if it oxidizes, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all 3 of the shades of this foundation that I have. So these are the swatches here. So this is the original formulation Gingerbread. And this is the original formulation Chocolate Mousse. As you can see, this is a little bit darker. This is lighter. And then we have the new formula Gingerbread in the Luminous Matte. See that? Look at my arm though, and look at my face. Like my body is so much lighter than my face. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what to tell you. But this, the original foundation, looks lighter than the new one. To be honest, it kind of looks like this gingerbread looks like chocolate mousse and gingerbread from the old formulation mixed together a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to do my routine as how I normally do it. So I'm going to prime normally, color correct, all that good stuff. I'm actually going to prime, color correct, and do my brows off camera, and then come back and then show you guys what the foundation applies to my skin, how I feel, the match, all of that good stuff. And then I'm going to do the rest of my face as I normally would with, you know, setting and everything. Whenever I try a foundation, I always do my foundation routine as I would normally do my foundation routine, because that's how I know if it'll work for me. And we'll go from there. My camera keeps focusing in and out. I don't really know why, but I will be back. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. My brows are done. I'm color corrected and primed. So we're just gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Full Filter Luminous Matte Foundation in the shade 430 Gingerbread. And I'm just going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. It is still a thick foundation texture, but it's not as thick as the cream one at all. I'm just gonna apply this all on its own and go in. Okay, so in terms of the color, it's not bad. I definitely think chocolate mousse would have been a bit too light. And then I know there's like cinnamon as well. And I know cinnamon is going to be way too like red on my skin tone. So I've never opted to get that color ever because I wouldn't like how that would look on me. So I think in terms of the color match, this is the best it's going to get unless she comes out with another like in between shade. But this is not bad. So there's definitely no fragrance. It's nice. It doesn't feel like it doesn't really feel like anything on my skin, to be honest, but we're gonna see. I'm just gonna continue to apply the foundation. The foundation applied. In terms of color match, I don't think it's bad. I think it actually works. It is a little bit lighter than my face, like a touch. But it matches like the inner portions of my face. But again, foundation for me has always been complicated, and I've always tended to go for foundations that are a little bit darker because my body, my skin, is just a whole bunch of different colors. Like if you look at my hand, my arm, the foundation looks darker than my arm, and my body is this color. My body is light, right? I blend foundation down into my neck. My neck is darker than my face. My body is the lightest. And then, but when you see the foundation blending into like even going into my shoulder, the foundation technically is still just a little bit darker than my body. So I never really worry too much if a foundation is just like a slightly lighter or even slightly darker, because at the end of everything, when it's all said and done, when I set it, when I contour, when I highlight, all that good stuff, my thing is the end result. If I still look really way too light at the end, or if it's a little bit too deep at the end, like, then okay. But if it all comes together, I'm fine with the end result, because I'm not the type of person to just put foundation on and go. And anyways, like that's never been me. I need a powder. I need to put on a little bit of blush, bronzer, all that. Like when I'm going to do my foundation, it's either I'm not wearing any foundation at all, or when I do my face, I'm doing it fully. So yes, this is what it looks like on my skin. It feels like nothing. The coverage is medium to full to me. I'm not going to add another layer. I did use a few pumps. I used about 6 pumps, to be honest, to cover everything. But again, I put foundation down my neck and everything, make sure that everything's blended. But I actually like how this feels. It is still matte, which I, again, like matte foundation. So I'm actually just going to go in and complete the rest of my face and come back with my face being done. I'm just going to do my regular routine. I have a whole bunch of face routines that you guys can watch to see what I do for like my concealer, contour, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on how I feel overall my face looks. Okay guys, so this is my face. My first impressions, I love this foundation. It's still really matte. It's really nice. It's flawless. I actually think my skin looks smoother than the original full filter. In my opinion, it looks smoother to me. But I really like it. I think the color is fine. The end result is great. No complaints here. It doesn't feel like super tight and matte. It feels like natural, and it looks like a satin matte. It doesn't look like drying on my skin at all. So I really, really like this. So now it's just a matter of wearing it and seeing how it is throughout the day. I did actually finish applying my face makeup at 12. So it is currently 2:23. It took a little bit of time to do my eye makeup and my hair and everything, but I'm going to try and wear this until probably 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock today. So a few hours, and then give my wear test thoughts on it as well. What else? Oh, I also did use this setting spray. I talked about this in the beginning, and I like how it mists, but it kind of like when I shake it, some like the liquid kind of like flies everywhere. Other than that, it feels nice and refreshing on the face, but we'll see how those two work together and last on my face today. So let's see. It is 2:25. Let's see how this wears. Guys, so it is currently 8:45. It's almost 9 o'clock. I've had this foundation on for about roughly almost 9 hours. And so let's get into this face, shall we? So as you guys saw earlier, you know, my skin was like a nice soft matte, and I liked the finish of the foundation, and it didn't feel too heavy or anything. I haven't repowdered or reapplied anything other than my lips because I ate throughout the day and all that stuff. As you guys can see, I do have some oil on my forehead area, in my nose, like my T-zone area, which is where I get oily. But the rest of my face is fine. It's normal. To be honest, like, this is doable. I'll attach some pictures for you guys to see what my face looks like with flash, with the foundation and the glow. To be honest, I feel like this is, if I was going to do like something dewy looking, this would be pretty much it. For it to be on for this amount of time, and for all of this to just, for it to still look like this, like, I still think it personally looks pretty damn good. It hasn't separated anywhere on my face or nothing, not on my nose. It hasn't come off, like, it's still intact, still there. I didn't test it for mask proof. To be honest, I think with any foundation, it's going to transfer on. Like, I don't think there's any foundation in the world that does not transfer onto something when you place, like, when you rub your face on it. It might be like a little bit, some might be a lot, like, but I just don't think there's any type of foundation on the market that doesn't, like, leave some type of residue if it's up against it, you know what I mean? So when I look for a foundation, I don't really care for that claim. I just want it to last and look good and flawless, as long as it's not producing overly excess of oils on my skin, which I don't find that this is doing. I think this looks like a healthy glow, which I actually don't mind. Yeah, I feel like if maybe I feel like this is the worst it's going to get. I feel like anything past 9 hours, like, it's pretty much gonna stay like this. So my verdict is the same as it is with the original foundation. I really love this foundation. Like, I feel like, even though, yes, they did slightly change the formula to suit, you know, no fragrance, not as matte, you know, blase, all that kind of stuff, I still think that this foundation is amazing. And now I have 3 bottles. Obviously, I'm going to use the original ones up first. And then, you know, now I know, I can just purchase this one shade, in Gingerbread for the new formulation moving forward. So my final thoughts is you guys should definitely give it a try. I personally think it's worth the buy. For me, for what I personally look for in a foundation, it's always worth the buy for me. Like, I wasn't really doubting the formula, to be honest, in terms of it, like, looking flawless and lasting. for me was mainly the color. I was a little bit confused at first because I wasn't sure if I should get 2 bottles of it, but I'm glad I just stick to my guns and just got the 1 shade, and it works perfectly fine for me, to be honest. Maybe if I get a tan this summer, which I really do want to try and get a little bit more melanated during the summer, maybe in the future I'll pick up a bottle of chocolate mousse, like once my original formulations are complete. But for now I'm good on just that 1 shade, and I think it's popping. I think my skin looks popping. Like, what? You can't tell me nothing. My skin looks popping. Actually, what I was gonna say, I did notice that like my powders and like my highlighter, I felt like my products that I normally put on glided on just a little bit smoother, and like just in general my face looked smoother, and it looked bomb in pictures. I mean, to be honest, with the other foundations my face looked bomb in pictures too, but I don't know, something about it looked a little bit extra bomb. I don't really know, but yeah, I would say give it a try, see how you like it. Play around with the shade finder on Sephora, because that's where I purchased mine. I think Huda Beauty's website has a shade like finder matcher as well, so play around with it. I would say look at the swatches. For me, when I'm picking any type of foundation, I normally go off swatches. I usually can gauge what my foundation would be, whether it is I am 1 shade and it matches me completely, or I'm like in between 2 shades. I usually am good at gauging what my foundation is online. I don't necessarily have to swatch it in person. So yeah, all in all, my final thoughts is this is a bomb ass foundation. It's worth a try, and yeah, cop it, go get it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Look, look. Are you looking? Are you seeing? Are you basking? Okay, well, I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've tried the foundation, what you think about it, if you plan on trying it, and how you like the video. And I'll definitely be back for more videos. I'm really feeling, I actually like doing foundation reviews. I've been feeling that lately. And so let me know, guys, what you would like to see next on my channel. I'm thinking of recording another tutorial, maybe like an eyeshadow, or maybe actually what I'll do is film my foundation, a new updated foundation routine with that foundation. I'm not too sure yet. I'll decide. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video and share it with a friend, and see you guys in another one. Bye, loves.